Hi, my name is Taisha, and in our group is Melissa and Riley. And together we formed the Harvest Shared Co-op through a shared commitment to justice, sustainability, and radical imagination. We have a shared values of efficiency, wellness, empathy, curiosity, family, and accountability. We collabed using a shared document, exchanged ideas over text, met virtually to brainstorm, refine, and bring our vision to life. Like many cooperative efforts, it wasn't always easy, but it was deeply rewarding. Working across three different time zones and having three different schedules taught us the importance of flexibility, communication, and trust. Together, we were able to form our mission statement of we hold ourselves accountable and lead with empathy, curiosity, and efficiency while prioritizing family and wellness. These values have helped guide us throughout this process and supporting each other in how we can support our shared goals. One major lesson we learned throughout this process is of the building of a co-op, even an imaginary one, requires more than just good ideas. It demands shared values, construction, and internal processes that center care and equality. Whether we're talking about roles and responsibilities, decision-making models, or ecological goals, we had to practice the same kind of collaboration that a real co-op would need to thrive. In addition, one lesson that was also really hard for our group was making sure we fleshed out our ideas completely. Peer review pushed us to think more deeply about integration and alignment to weave together initiatives with purpose. It reminded us that vision alone isn't enough, and to truly imagine a just alternative, we need to consider how it works, who it serves, and how it evolves with the people participating in it. Ultimately, this project reminded us that co creation is a powerful thing and that dreaming together, even in an academic space, is a radical act. We're grateful for the opportunity to imagine, and we carry these lessons with us as we continue to envision what a just transition might look like in our own lives and communities.
At the heart of Harvest Share are values that guide every decision we make. We are committed to food sovereignty, meaning communities have control over what they eat and how it's grown. Environmental regeneration, meaning we're restoring soil, conserving water, and respecting ecosystems. Worker dignity, ensuring fair wages, safe conditions, and voice in decision making. And community cooperation. We believe true sustainability grows from the ground up together. Our cooperative is governed through participatory democracy. That means every member, whether they work on the farm, manage the store, or deliver food, has a real voice. We use a consensus based decision making model with rotating facilitation roles to ensure equity and accountability. Members are trained in anti oppression frameworks, and our decision spaces actively center those most historically excluded from land and food access. Our mission is simple but radical to create a regenerative food system that nourishes people, the land, and local economies. Our objectives include supporting farmers in transitioning to agroecological practices, building community owned food hubs that make healthy, culturally relevant food accessible to all, offering educational programs on gardening, soil care, and cooperative economics, and creating green jobs with long term dignity, especially for BIPOC and working class communities.
Overall, we're building a blueprint for a fully different food system. Harvest Share is a part of a larger shift away from extractive industrial agriculture and towards a more just, localized, and circular economies that restore rather than exploit. We've drawn inspiration from real world examples like the Vabon eco community in Germany, which prioritizes shared resources and collective planning, and from indigenous food sovereignty movements that have always centered care for land. The Harvest Share Cooperative aims to reclaim food systems for communities, especially those excluded from land access, healthy food, and economic power. We want to transform food from a commodity into a shared, nourishing resource. We envision a world where food sovereignty, environmental healing, and worker justice are a part of a single system rooted in cooperation. In short, we want people to grow together, eat well, and thrive, not in spite of the system, but by changing it. This is very important because the current system is broken. It pollutes soil and water while depleting biodiversity. It underpays and overworks farm laborers, many of which are immigrants and from low income communities. It treats food like a product, not a basic or cultural expression. This model is not sustainable for people or the planet. So, our group, Harvest Share, exists to build a more regenerative alternative, one where communities can shape their food systems based on care, health, equity, and resilience.
To support the vision and growth of the Harvest Share Cooperative, we have created a website. Our site serves as a hub for connection, education, and collective action. Visitors can learn about our mission, values, and cooperative structure, meet our member owners, and hear stories from local farmers and community organizers, find local food hubs, gardens, and workshops through our interactive community map, access educational resources on agroecology, food justice, and co-op economics, and get involved whether by volunteering, becoming a member, or joining in community events. We wanted a site to reflect the spirit of the co-op, open, transparent, and people-powered. It is a landing page and digital extension of our values built to help turn imagination into action.